First thing I guess I'll say with Cardinals with the Rams is that the Cardinals, had a pretty crazy comeback against the Raiders, where Murray was doing just a lot, doing I guess Murray things where he's very elusive, very short, very speedy, very quick, very good decisions and that sort of thing. And then um, you talk about him going up against Matthew Stafford. I guess I don't know what the J is about here, but Stafford to me, it's one of those things that week one he threw a good amount of picks, and then last week, he continued to throw, uh, you know, picks again. And I mean, otherwise he's throwing at a very high clip. But a lot of what he's doing seems to be very, short distance throws. Like he isn't really getting any of these deep balls to anybody. And to me that kind of poses a problem because against I guess the Cardinals, who I mean they really don't have that much of a defense. But I guess I'm trying to think of what to go off of here. I think that the Cardinals, with Murray's elusiveness, I just think that the Rams are gonna have a tough time. Um, Last week, wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Last week, the Rams played the Falcons, and the Falcons were able to really just come back and make this a close game while still, keeping the Rams from not scoring at the end of the game because they were down. They were down a lot, the Falcons, and it's like, I mean, you could say that the Rams just really didn't care, but it's like the Falcons, were on the cusp of being able to beat them. And the Falcons aren't any team to sing home about. They're one of the worst in the league, I guess at this point. It's like they're 0-2 after, week 2 and it just seems to me like Mariota is definitely not the guy. He's not going to help him. Like, yeah, he's got kind of mobility, can escape. He's not a Matt Ryan who's going to be, stuck in the pocket the whole time. But to me, the Rams, coming off of their stomping of week 1 against the Bills and having, plenty of rest and knowing they were playing a team that definitely isn't that good, I would kind of expect them to do a lot better against a team like the Falcons. But winning 31-27, I mean, they nearly let this team come back that shouldn't really have a chance against a team like the Rams. I just, this game, I kind of foresee that it's like Murray's been doing really well. Some of his passes, really pinpoint accuracy. Against a Raiders team that, I mean, they don't have the best defense, but they don't have the worst either. So I'm honestly inclined to think that even with this prediction, this big prediction saying that the Rams are going to cream the Cardinals, I just really don't see it. I think that Murray's been getting a really good vibe with Hollywood Brown, and then also the emergence of Dortch, who I think, was kind of a steal at this point. This guy, has been catching a lot of balls, is kind of showing that he deserves, to be a starting guy. AJ Green still catching some balls as well. I personally think Rondale Moore being out, I guess, is, kind of bad and that sort of thing. But if you're looking at this team, they're definitely outperforming they're definitely outperforming like what their offense has at this point because they don't have DeAndre Hopkins available. I guess Rondé Moore got injured. Um, Greg Dortch is definitely kind of that third guy that they've been plugging in that has needed to play because other than that, all they have is Andy Isabella, who I guess isn't getting playing time. But Zach Ertz looking really good as well, being one of the top tight ends in the league in my opinion. So this offense, is very, very good right now. I still think James Conner's, definitely a very competitive and crafty back. Not top end speed, but very, very good at being patient running and that sort of thing and being very smart with the ball. Um, but otherwise, I think that the Arizona Cardinals offense, is sneaky good right now. Like, I think Dortch gets open a lot more than people give him credit for. And Hollywood Brown's just doing, wonders. And while their defense did kind of do better and do some good things, to beat the Raiders last week, I think that it's one of those things that they're one of those that they can only get, probably better as the season goes on. Isaiah Simmons, made the play for the fumble and that sort of thing in overtime, but he seems to, maybe be getting better at his role. But otherwise, you got, J.J. Watt still healthy at this point in the year, which I think is huge. Not the player he once was, but keeping this defense healthy is kind of paramount. But I do think that they can only get better, and the defense just needs to learn how they play and how to, I guess, either force turnovers or, get stops, because I think that they're capable of it with, I guess, the youth and then the veteran mentorship that they have. But I think that people sleep on Arizona. And I think one reason why is because people thought it was kind of a joke with Murray in the offseason about the whole film study and I that sort of thing. And it's like he's definitely the guy that's, leading this offense. And I don't think that the Rams are playing very well this year. And they don't have a very good pass rush besides Donald. So I personally think that the Cardinals can definitely give the Rams, a run for their money, especially it's in Arizona. Hopefully that crowd can be loud, to kind of give the defense a boost or anything like that. But I think the Rams, I think this is their game to lose, to be honest with you, when everyone thinks that they're going to win very easily, apparently. So I'm actually going to go Arizona by 3 for this game. And that's my official prediction.